are you doing here on my step? You are not allowed on this premises. This is very, very embarrassing. I am having my new mentioned guest who is in this building and you are here right now. This is so inconvenient and you should have thought twice about it, but apparently you just, you don't think. I don't think that you know things. No, you're not. I spoke to Susan about it, and guess what? We're not. Because your time is done. Ever since the day I stopped taking Cinecott gummies, then just, no, you're not going to go back to doing that. Okay? Go in the kitchen and heat up the broth and put the cappelletti in. Stir it around. Okay? I'm not going to be part of the manipulative, copycat, trying to be the teacher and the students gain afterwards. Okay? Because you are not yet a teacher. And you're trying to be, I could do the exact same things that you're doing. The day that you get out of college and get employed as a teacher, that's the day that I'm going to have my respect for you. You can go on Zach Ellison's train. He will really welcome you in with open arms. I won't. Goodbye. I have really nothing to say to that. I really don't have any words that are positive or neutral to say to that. Because, you're just, ridiculous. Okay? You need to go on vacation and you need to stop. Okay? And why are you wearing these clothes? It is not warm enough to wear what you're wearing. You need to get that changed into something reasonable for fall. You know what fall means? That doesn't mean what you're wearing right here. Okay? That's for summer. And I can remember when you said that there was a day in December last year where it was warm enough to wear shorts. Are you kidding me? If you're down south and if you're at the equator, better yet, or Louisiana or Mexico someplace, then that's where it makes sense. But, again, that was the lie. So you need to be aware of, what you're doing, and you need to stop and really, really think about that. Because you are only making it worse, right, if you are going to continue doing what you're doing. You're not going to be allowed to do that. And I'm going to have my say-so, and I accepted it the first time, but since I lost respect and patience for Zach because he really just completely disrespected me, then, it's kind of also the same for you. And that does not even begin to explain, the fact that it starts with the time that you were born. If it was somebody that I knew for a long time and really, really liked and was a close friend or family member of mine, if it was somebody who's really famous and high, and in the, movies and shows, then absolutely. If that's the facade that you are putting on, and if you're going to have that kind of, if you're going to say such things and have that kind of, attitude that you're having, then just, I'm not gonna put up with it anymore. Okay? So you need to leave, and That's it. You're done. Or you can do me a favor and go down there to that building and become the head of that building, and it will completely change around. But I'm not going to take you seriously. No one's going to take you seriously in the real world until you graduate. Okay? Bottom line. I have 20/20 healing, and I can heal you talking to him. I said to leave the premises. What part of that did you not understand? That doesn't mean talking to my second-in-command head curator. That means leave and don't come back here again. So that you had to overhear that. Actually, just a couple of things. Number one, you need to take that thing off your face, okay? Because those are not allowed here. You're not allowed to wear face covering, cement or any other method, okay? Take it off, put it on the table, and then I want you to grab just a spray thing, just one of those sprayers. Get one of those refreshing sprayers, and you can, it's really fresh and fragrant, so I don't care if you do it here or outside. That is if you're here for longer than a day. If you're here for, a whole day, or just half of it, or just a chunk of it, or most of it, 2 hours, then you're going to use the germ killer, okay? So that's what I need, just so that we can, have a normal connection, and that I can, talk to you and really get to know you and, take you, seriously, okay, and really bond, okay? I'm not willing it because, I don't need to, because we have things in place, okay? Now I don't want to, give you any choice or ultimatums, and I really feel bad for saying these things to you as the very first things I ever say to you, but I don't want you to squander this great opportunity to be here, okay? By, if you want to, come in pretending like this is not the Queen of England's palace, then so be it. And if you want to, we'll keep that on and not take it off, then, well, you can leave. You can leave. And you can come back in the right and the normal way, okay? What is going on outside of the world is messed up. What is going on here is normal. You need to understand we're detached from what's going on out there, okay? So you need to detach yourself from that. If I wake up on January 1st of next year, and if you were to talk to me about this, then I'll talk about it like it doesn't exist. I'm not in denial of it, but roughly I've had to put up with it for too long. Sick and tired of having to address it and deal with it. Okay? You you won't need to heal. I just want to apologize on behalf of the whole Minton. I'm sorry that I said those things to Joel. I really do feel shameful that I did that. Probably wasn't the first impression, but it's not my fault. If she chooses to come in here like that, then that's a problem. Of hers. That's an issue of hers. Okay. So this is my Minton. I'm not going to be a yes person. I'm not going to be passive and something that I do not like or I can't stand. I will, speak up about it, and, I will be assertive about it, and I will deal with it. Otherwise, what am I doing here as a Minton leader? When opportunity knocks, the universe gives you a chance to say or do something, then you better take advantage of it. That's what I've been, teaching you, is that, self-advocacy. Really, again, being assertive. I wasn't being aggressive, but I wasn't being passive either. Okay, there's a happy medium. Now, we're just going to wait a couple minutes, and then we'll begin. Oh, for the love of Pete. Completely forgot about my snack that I put up in the bowl. I had planned to, but I was feeling a certain way, and I couldn't, can't focus well and be comfortable. But I don't want any criticisms on that. This is a house, okay? The only person who should be judging myself on that is my own voice in my mind. I don't want to antagonize any sign, but that astrology is about having compassion, and my moon's in Virgo this year, so you need to have compassion for me in that kind of way, okay? So I just need all of you to cut me some slack on that. I don't want to play the happy card, but you're not going to tell me and how to do my job and have that kind of tone in your voice, kind of that cocky, sassy, smart tone in your voice. That's unacceptable, and it's really rude. So, it's really important that when you are about to say things, that you think about them before you say them, or you judge people on things. Okay, and you're doing it again by talking back to me. I'm not going to stand for that. So just don't think that you're really not giving a good first impression, and you put this embarrassment on yourself. That's not my problem. That's not my prerogative. I'm not responsible for what someone else chooses, but you're gonna follow the rules, which are really, really simple, and I have absolutely no idea why. But just some are just so dumb that they can't follow. It's simple things. Just don't trust me and feel insecure and uncomfortable. I would feel the same way. But I would go along with it. Okay. I would have really liked to. I really would have. But didn't work out that way. That's how the cookie crumbled. Okay. Now, it's November 19th. And I want to welcome Cheryl Burke. How do you say it? Cheryl or Cheryl? Cheryl, okay. And I thought that your last name was Burke. I knew someone a long time ago whose last name was Burke. She was a teacher of mine. So, on this day in history, so just, a little background before I really get into it. So, Labembe Grillis is really selling her Places of Vibrance album, which was, which she did in fall of 2012, but that, was not popular, and she is doing whatever she can to get the money for it, and make it very, very successful, and, get people to listen to it, and enjoy and appreciate it. So, Places of Vibrance. The songs, to my memory, include, I'm trying to think of the songs, which would the first one be The Sea, the Stars, the Wind, and the Moon. I think it's another order. The Seaside, Outdoor Appearances, I believe. Windmills in Heaven, Akita spelled Akitaveal, Akita. I think that there's another one. Can't remember the name. There was Mad Matt Piat. On the bilges, I can remember seeing Twilights and Gibberish. That was actually a type of the song. So Julia Esconroll will be coming here and will be explaining the backstory and background, and you get to listen to each of the songs. So, I contacted her, and she'll be here a little bit later, okay? One of them is based on Keeping Up Appearances. Now, so I had arranged for you to sing a song for Mulan. So I'm sure sure that you saw my pages on that, and that you've seen Mulan. Have you seen that? Yeah. Yeah, I know, and unfortunately, that because of the whole pandemic thing, it was gonna play on like the 27th of March, but I couldn't do that, which is a really important day. Um, but I did see the original animated one. Now I'm also asking you, um, have you seen Pocahontas? Yeah, that's a great one. Someday there will be a live action movie for that. I hope. I really do. I can't wait to find out what's in store for that if it comes out. Get this whole thing's over. Um. So let me think. Okay, it's probably not a popular one. Ellen Babs. That should be a question for her. So moving down the list. So there is something that I want you to do. Remember that I haven't been mentioning it, but there is a reflection on all of the unspots. So there is the reflection of all of them, not season 7 specifically, but of the whole show. I didn't want to give you 2. You would be answering the same answers on either both. So it's going to have season 7 questions and information, just kind of the general plot of it. And then it's going to go down, and then it's going to go 1, 2, so it's going to go season 7, season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay? So the seasons are grouped 1 through 3, season 4, and then 5 through 7, and then season 8. See that pattern? So that's what you're going to do. There's written questions and then multiple choice. The written are the higher order thinking deeply, and then the comp questions are the multiple choice. Okay, so the directions on that are pretty clear. Really self-explanatory. They're really specific and detailed, but to the point and understandable. Okay. So you will be going to Bimby Bell Books here pretty soon. So you'll be going tomorrow, right? Over there. Yeah, you're going to choreograph a dance based off of Mulan, which is the reflection dance. You know the song, do 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 do, and actually this dimension was listening to it yesterday. Do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So she'll explain. She she's been teaching since 1995, so she's been in the business kind of a long time, longer than Kathy. Reminder that Sag Taekwondo is open for Bimby Boo Bell and Bell Book today. All of them have different schedules. 1 week, they might have days for Taekwondo and days that they're not having Taekwondo. But you are basically working towards Sagittarius season. So, what we're going to be doing is in November and early December, that will be the period we'll really embrace, because that's when we're most excited and, alert to the Sag season is the beginning of it. We will go on the adventures and everything, and then we will then transition into the online virtual traveling vacation to different places around the world. Any place. And then there's certain things, there's a big, project going on with that, that I'm going to explain. I don't have anything up there yet. I'm still thinking of it. But the last day, those online sites, those online programs have to be done by, basically, December 3rd. That's like the last day that, all of you should have those done. So, I really hope that when you're over there, at the headquarters, where you go to those tech wonders, that you're really working diligently and making the most of your time, because the time is precious. Okay, you can go there on your own, but with your kind work classes and everything going on with the Edmonton, it is really challenging. So time is money, and it's gold. So don't take the time for granted. Okay. So on December 5th, Labembe Tenson. So that would be Julie Tenson Emeralds. Although Labembes and Lopez's are based off of their middle names. Mine is, I'm Lopez Noel. And then, what's your middle name? So that would be your, title, Labembe title. Labembe is female, and then Lopez is male. There's going to be a lot of stuff that I'm going to be explaining and mentioning that you're not going to have an idea what I'm talking about. And, it's going to be Joe Bushnell made up. It's going to be, hard, again, really too good to be true and really hard to believe, but in time you're going to, understand it and, kind of see, what I see. It's kind of your own vision. But that's what always happens, and that's what I hear all the time. But you'll get it. So just trust the process of everything. Trust that, I know what I'm saying, and that's right and accurate, correct, on all those things, which, I'm sure that you would. And you're wearing your, your clothes that I, asked, about, and the haircut and everything. Which is good, your main appearance on the show, your very first entrance. Okay, so, also, on May 28th, Julia Esconville posted her spring album, Giant Slayer, which talks about songs having to do with taking down challenges in life, like the whole, COVID thing. A lot of songs, there was one or two songs in that album based off of what's going on. It takes the whole entire season, so usually by an immutable, mutable sign in in an equinox. She doesn't do spring and summer, only the winter and summer, only spring and fall. So, Cheryl, I keep wanting to say, she will be, having lessons, dancing lessons, to get kind of, good, understanding and learning her style of how she does it, and how she teaches. And she'll be offering those in 2 days' time, which will be today's Thursday, so it's going to be Saturday. And on Sunday, there was going to be resemblance prayer with, two other people, but I've decided to cancel that. And with somebody in my family who you remind me of that I've only known once at a wedding, 2 years ago. Her name is Caroline, and I just want to ask you, do you have any Asian heritage? Any Asian background?